Well, guys, it's job done. It's job done, and it's not even a need to go up the road as Rangers beat Dundee 3-1 this afternoon at Ibrox in what became a game ruined by an awful referee. Yes, Kevin Clancy, or Father Clancy, as he's probably best known, did his very best to spoil this game and certainly did. A first half that was looking to really build this game to a crescendo, really, I think, putting Rangers starting to put a performance together, only for Kevin Clancy to make an absolutely dreadful decision. Which, look, as I said during the live stream that I was doing today, football is becoming a non-contact sport. It is becoming a sport like netball, where you cannot touch your opponent, because if you do, it is going to be a free kick and you're probably going to get sent off. And as I said on the live stream as well, back in the day of Graham Souness, Terry Butcher, Graham Roberts, Terry Hurlock, Rangers probably would have had at most games abandoned because everybody would have been sent off. It's just ridiculous. I can't wait to see what Philippe Clement's reaction is after the game. He was raging, absolutely raging throughout that game. Got booked himself in the second half after Barisic was booked for pulling back his man after literally 30 seconds earlier. Lamy, their defender, had literally tried to rip Dessa's shirt off his back. And nothing was done there. It was a free kick, and that was it. No more. Double standards from Kevin Clancy. Absolutely shocking. And look, it's all well and good to criticise a ref when you lose, and then you get accused of being bitter. But we won today. We got a penalty today, which was a penalty. And the ref was awful. He was absolute garbage today. That man should be ashamed of himself and should be sent down to the Highland League to referee. And even that's a curse on the poor Highland League. Well, started off, obviously, let's look at the quick look at the team that started today. Jack Butland in goal, a back four of Tavernier, Suter, Balogun and Barisic. Connor Goldson being rested ahead of Thursday night's game in Seville against Real Betis. Philippe Clement mentioning in his pre-match interview that it was, all down to that 12 games in 30-odd days that we're going to play. Barisic back in, I think, trying to get some minutes in his legs, ready for Thursday, as he is, thanks to the idiocracy of Michael Beale, the only left back in the squad for Thursday night. Cifuentes and Lundstrom today in the holders. Then behind them, again, McCausland rested. Again, Philippe Clement explaining it that he didn't want to burn McCausland out. So Matondo on the right did well, I thought, first half. Seamer on the left. Cantwell in the 10. And Dessers up front, because I think Dessers was pretty much our only fit striker. Well, game started off with Rangers showing what they've shown a lot, having one of the worst defences in the Scottish League, despite having statistically the best defence in the Scottish League. But as I said on the videos, and I said on repeated videos, the reason we have the best defence in the Scottish League is, yes, Super Jack Butland in goal. I like it, I like it, I like it a lot. Oh, here we go. Super Jack Butland in goal. He's just awesome. He is the main man. He is absolutely fantastic, and it just pulls off saves when we need him to. He's everything a Rangers goalkeeper should be. But he pulled off a brilliant save, tipping the ball round the post from, I don't know who, one of their players. I think it was McEwen or McCowan or McEwen or whatever he was called. And unfortunately, from the corner, we couldn't clear the corner. The ball comes back in, flicks off a Ranger's head, falls to Bakayoko, who is unmarked, and he scores to give Dundee a 1-0 lead. And at that point, we're all giving it the, oh my God, not this again. Where a team scores, sits in, and we manage to scuff a draw or a dodgy 2-1 or something like that. But no, didn't happen. Good battling, good fighting. So, Rangers had an early chance. Cifuentes with a shot that was well saved. And we grew with confidence. It seemed that that goal was kind of kick up the arse that we needed. And miracles of miracles, Cyril Dessers scores. Yes, it was deflected. Dessers the deflection. His shots do seem to only go in when they're deflected, but it was deflected up into the net. But a good battling. Look, I'm going to give Dessers some credit today. Yes, he wasn't brilliant. Yes, he wasn't terrible. He kept on working hard. He kept on fighting hard today. That goal, he shot with his right foot. It was blocked. He came back onto his left foot. He hits it, deflects off their player, goes into the net. 1-1 Rangers. And it all builds up again. Rangers have a number of chances, but a penalty, finally a penalty that, again, is going to cause a meltdown across the whole of Scotland, and especially across the city. Abdesima jumps in the box. His shirt is yanked as he jumps, and the referee is called to the monitor and gives the penalty. Now, as we know, you're allowed to pull Rangers players' shirts, or so it seems in Scotland, because we all know that tomorrow on Sky Scotland, Chris Sutton will be wetting his pants over it, and Scotland will be having a meltdown over it because it's a conspiracy that Rangers always have to have a penalty, even though it was a stonewall penalty. And as someone who is a qualified referee, the rule states that if you pull someone's shirt in the box, it is a free kick. So how about telling your players not to pull shirts? That would be the most obvious thing. Tav steps up and coolly slots home. It's 2-1 Rangers. Just desserts. And at that point, we then seem to step it up again and go again. Corner from Tav from the right, superbly headed in by Seema, rising for his 13th goal of the season. Abdesseema was phenomenal today. Did not stop working, worked backwards and forwards, helped out the fullbacks, attacked, could have had another goal late on, was brilliant. And Abdesseema, we've got to try and sign this man. He is quality. His finishing is different class. Just a brilliant player. And then was the Rangers TV man of the match, was my man of the match as well. I will put the man of the match poll up on the channel for you to vote. There was a few players today I was impressed with. I thought Balogun was great. I thought Lunny was great. Butland was great. So, you know, there's a few players out there that really worked hard today. So Seema then gets the third to make it 3-1. Then there's a passage of play just before half-time where there was a save. Carson saves a shot. I think it was from Seema. Then it breaks, and then there's a chip from Tav that hits the bar, and there's another shot from Cyril Dessers that's tipped round the post by Carson, and we should have had a fourth there. We should have had a fourth. It was a great passage of play, great passing, great movement from Rangers, great work from Rabbi Matondo. Rabbi had a good first half, and he seemed to get the ring rustiness out of himself and was growing into that game as it went along, and really coming good as that game went on. So well done, Rabbi. Well done, Rabbi. But then just before half-time, the ref decides it's time he takes centrals. It's time he takes centre stage. Sorry, someone has been murdered outside, apparently. There we go. Takes centre stage by sending off Sifu. Sifu goes in for a tackle with one of their players who slides in. Sifu is booked. He's then called to the VAR monitor. Ref goes back on, sends Sifu off. And I'm sorry, it was not dangerous. It was not over the top. It was not two-footed. It was not violent conduct. I don't get why he sent him off. It was a yellow card at worst. But the ref ruins the game at that point, turns it into an activity where the second half, Rangers have to show a stoutness, a real character to their play, which they do, I think, second half. Changes at half-time. Poor Todd Cantwell. Todd Cantwell, that goal that he had ruled out was a disgrace. Todd Cantwell did score, but apparently the ref had already blown for a foul against a Dundee player, which when you watch it back, Dessers hardly touches him. He goes down, and the ref gives a free kick to Dundee, despite the fact Cantwell then goes on to score. Sub changes that Cantwell off, and off goes Matondo. On comes Sterling and McCausland in the second half. Young Ross, wee Rossi going on a run. Great play from Ross. Second half, direct, running at people, fighting hard. Ross did exactly what we need when you're down to 10 men. Hold the ball, run at people, use up time, be direct. Unlucky not to score, had a run where he went through solidly, shot saved at the near post by Carson. Sterling as well fought well. He played in central midfield, did a good job. Had a shot where he nearly gets tripped, comes in, cuts on his right foot, hits it, slams off the post. Had Carson beaten, all ends up. Seema follows in, rifles it over the bar. But, you know, the defence second half was solid. It fought hard. And I think the encouraging thing was that second half, we really did show an ability to dig in, to fight. It was a case of defend and counter. That's all we could do with 10 men. And Dundee were held off, and there was no clear-cut opportunities. A couple of saves that Butland made, but nothing dangerous at all. Easy saves for Butland. A real battling performance second half from the boys in blue, and an encouraging performance. You know, I think the worrying thing is Sifu, if that suspension stands, is now suspended for the League Cup final. And given our paucity of options in the centre midfield role with Jack out, Raskin out, Lawrence out, it does seem like there is going to be now, if Sifu could be out, who the hell comes in and plays alongside John Lundstrom, who worked hard today, who had a good shift today. Well done, John Lundstrom, today. Maybe Leon King, who came on late. Nice to see Leon get some minutes. Maybe Dujon Sterling, who did well in that role in the second half. But overall, guys, it's 3 points. The lead is down to 5. Same number of games now. Yes, they play tomorrow. Hopefully, Killy can take something off them. But let's just praise the boys for a hard-working, battling performance today. I can't wait to see what Philippe Clement's got to say. But well done, Rangers, today. 3 points. You don't even have to go up the road. Guys, on the way out, please smash that like. And remember, always, we are the people.